and welcome to another episode of Find Your Beach.
Live from Vancouver,
British Columbia, Canada, North America, Western Hemisphere, planet Earth.
You know, I just found out that I didn't just find this out because I knew it, but I didn't really know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never think of Canada as being part of British Columbia, even though it says BC.
Yeah.
And so I didn't realize that the Queen of England is, like, also their queen.
Yeah, that's her queen.
Crazy. Doesn't seem fair.
She's also the queen of Australia,
Yeah,
New Zealand,
I know.
Belize.
Doesn't have to fucking live there.
I think Kenya maybe even too or something. Like
Crazy.
there's a lot of places in the world where she's still the queen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, grow up.
Grow up.
What do you
Lady.
need, a queen?
Grow up and die already.
But we've been having fun, folks. We've been having a grand old time up here in beautiful British Columbia. Wild British Columbia, as they sometimes call it.
It is wild.
Because there's critters everywhere.
There's geese everywhere.
The streets are full of bears and moose.
And last night we had our show. Me and Brian Simpson had a show at the Biltmore Cabaret. And every time I mentioned Andy's name, the crowd went wild.
Yeah.
Did not expect that to be a side effect of having a podcast with my husband.
Pretty exciting.
Not a huge fan of that being something that happens.
Didn't comment.
Whole crowd got hard every time I mentioned your name.
Yeah.
They wanted me to bring you up over and over again.
Gavin texted me, and he goes, every time Rosebud says your name, the crowd yells,
Andy! They went like crazy. Andy! I was like, it's not the Beatles.
Man, it feels good to be loved, you know?
I wouldn't know.
That's not true. You're the superstar.
I love myself.
This is one time that I get a win.
Yeah.
And you don't like it.
Didn't like it. Wasn't a huge fan.
Oh, man.
I was like, sort of feels like you bought tickets to see me.
Yeah.
What's all this cheering for Andy happening?
Yeah.
Not into it.
So
Happy for you, though.
If for some reason I did become the belle of the ball.
It's not. We're not going to go down that road.
Would you like that?
If you became the belle of the ball?
You know, the new kid in town.
If you called yourself belle of the ball,
yeah,
I would lose my mind.
Why?
If you were like, I'm the belle of the ball in the relationship, I would truly lose I'd pack my bag right now. I'd walk out. I'd be like, well, that's enough.
What if I started calling myself?
You're just mad because I'm the belle of the ball.
What if I said I was the it kid?
That's worse. None of these are good.
All right. Well, we can tell that my success is going to be a problem.
All three of those things are a little infantilizing.
Yeah,
of yourself.
I'm a beautiful baby boy that just is about to turn 40. We are staying.
Get hair transplants. It does make you regress mentally and emotionally.
Okay. Well, any other time I feel like you'd kind of be complimenting me on my progression and kind of my ability to love myself more.
Well, you didn't have to get your set interrupted with my name several times.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
They've interrupted your set?
Yes. Are you kidding? I've told you about this.
I never registered.
Yes, all the time. My wife, Rosebud! Where's Rosebud? Hey, Andy, I know you're doing the show, but is Rosebud coming?
I get that
Any
too.
chance Rosebud's going to make an appearance?
I get that too.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm proud of my wife.
I'm proud of my wife too.
Didn't like that so much, but that's okay. We're staying in this hotel called the Sutton Place, and it's in downtown Vancouver, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, just tell everybody.
But the room, we've been watching Stranger Things, and by the way, if you haven't watched this season of Stranger Things yet, it's the best season yet. I know that.
You think better than the first season?
It's
really
doing it for me. I mean, I'm sure the first season's better because it was just amazing, but this is pretty fucking good. And
it is pretty good. I just didn't know what. It took me a while to get back into it because it's like it's been 3 years.
Yeah, season 4. But
These kids are full blown adults now.
yeah, we're about to see one of the kids tonight,
Yeah.
and he's of drinking age in British Columbia. That's how old these kids are. But this hotel, we were watching Stranger Things. It's a pretty scary season, and the hotel room keeps on creaking. It keeps on feeling like, oh, is the ceiling falling in? And I think that all of a sudden I'm like, am I in Vecna's trance? Am I in the upside down place?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm about to see that kid that I pushed down a hill and made get a basketball and then threw the basketball down and made him get it again. You know, that evil thing that I did when I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Or whatever
That's
other.
your big trauma.
There's
Not
others.
being in a body cast and getting molested by your babysitter.
Well, that wasn't really like, Vecna couldn't use that against me, you know?
Oh, sure he could.
What's yours? Your sister?
Obviously my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever have scary dreams like that?
It's weird because the monster in season 4 of Stranger Things is just like attacks people with trauma. But I'm like, that's everyone. Everyone's got like a little bit of trauma.
You know, I was thinking about this last night because I was trying to...
Trauma doesn't have to do with the thing that happened. It has to do with your reaction to it, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing I was thinking about last night was like, I think there's people out there that don't need therapy. Like, because they're just not compartmentalizing it. Like I think if you live a simple enough life and you have a loving enough family and bad things happen, you just process them like a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe you talk to your pastor.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's obviously a huge allegory for the suicide epidemic this season.
Is there a suicide epidemic?
Yeah.
Sorry to not know this.
Teens are killing themselves, I think, pretty regularly.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like more focused on for like gay and trans kids, but yeah, teens love, they're drama queens.
Okay, well, don't say that. That's not the way to talk about that in a public forum.
Teens are drama queens.
Jesus Christ.
They love offing
You're
themselves.
gaslighting the teens while talking about the suicide epidemic?
Is that gaslighting?
Yes.
No, I thought gaslighting was like...
You're being so dramatic.
I thought gaslighting was like, no, you're the one that's fucking everything up, you know?
Well, kind of. It's a little bit of both. It's basically making someone's reaction to something, it's turning it around on them so that they feel like it's their fault.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're like, hey, I think I'm going to kill myself, and someone goes, you're being a drama queen, you might be like, I am a drama queen. Fuck. You know,
I have a new joke about how you gaslight me.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you it?
Sure. Yeah.
It's like my wife, she gaslights me. But the problem is that she grew up in the Bush White House. And because of that, she learned from the best liars in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes I'll try to confront her about something. Like, I'll be like, why are you texting that guy? And you'll say, there's weapons of mass destruction. And then that got a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
It's not complete, but
It's pretty good.
I'm trying to find weapons of mass destruction is what you said in the joke.
It's pretty good.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
But you are a lawyer.
It also makes me sound like a really bad liar.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be like a funny twist.
Yeah,
Misdirect.
I guess I got caught up on that.
Yeah. Well, I'll work on it.
Well, it's funny though. I don't think you need to work on it.
No,
It's
I
getting
do.
laughs, right?
I do. It's getting decent laughs. It's not a killer yet. It's not a killer. It needs to be a killer. I won't take decent laughs. It's got to be an absolute fucking.
It's got to absolutely fucking destroy the room.
It's got to be a freight train.
You got to feel the walls crashing in on you.
Yeah.
When I
you
get
got to
off
think
that
that you
stage.
got to think that Vecna has
If I'm
you.
not wearing a leather jacket, you better picture me in one.
Yeah, dude. I am a fucking. I have to kill.
I hate comedy.
License to kill.
Ugh.
I'm like here when I do stand up. I'm like Jason Statham in what's that movie where his heart can't go under some.
I think that's what comics really do think of themselves as, you know?
Jason Statham's.
Yeah.
They're all fat, like allergenic Jewish nerds, and they're like, "I'm Jason Statham." And you're like, "Bro, you were never cool until this. You got zero pussy in high school."
Well, also, like, you're still not. Like, you're still not cool.
Yeah.
You're still just, like, waiting for the wait staff to fuck you at the end of the night.
Yeah.
It's not like they're cleaning up.
That's the thing that's
They are
like
doing better, though, than I think most of them
that's the thing
would
that's
be
sometimes
if they weren't funny.
challenging is that I know I'm not like the funniest guy on earth, but I am cooler than most comics. Like just in the general, like I do cooler shit, you know?
In your mind, what do you think is cooler?
I just
than
know
most
about
comics?
arts, fashion, the world,
Mm-hmm.
you know, trends, eat at cool restaurants.
Yeah.
Just I'm cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm cool like a guy that works at MTV.
You are. You're just like those guys. You're just like
I'm not cool at all in my persona or you know,
or like the way that you just said any of that.
yeah, but like in the items, in the bullet points of my life, I'm perfectly cool.
Yeah. No, I agree, babe. You're the coolest person I know.
Shut up.
You
Whatever.
are.
I do think I'm cool.
You are.
I'm not
You're
letting you take
super
that away
cool.
from me.
I didn't say that you're not. I said you're very cool. I think you're so cool.
You know I'm cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, I'm saying you are.
all right. It's cool. You know I worked on a coffee plantation once?
No.
It's pretty cool.
Tell me about it.
I was in Guatemala and I was doing my thesis for college and I was living in this little village in this area called the Boca, the mouth. It's
Yeah.
where all the coffee's grown.
Yeah.
And everybody there is dirt poor. Like literally their floors had dirt on them.
So they must have loved having you there.
And I honestly, when I took my picture with my family that I stayed with, I
Mhm.
had to go on my knees and I was still taller than all of them. And they were all like different kinds of Mayan. But we would go out to the coffee plantations. I didn't really do any picking, but I like kind of learned about the trade and stuff like that. And I would try to make jokes. And turns out that they did not like my jokes, mainly because I didn't speak good Spanish. So it just didn't make sense probably.
Right.
But also I would say things that would offend them, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, what's it with these evangelicals over here? They're always crying in church. And they were like, those are our neighbors. God loves everyone. And I'd be like, good to know.
Right.
Good to know. We're not making fun of the evangelicals. Okay.
You're like, okay, so no Bible jokes. Got it.
I did
I love
want to.
that you were like, I'm cool. I'm cool. And then immediately pivoted to a story from your youth about visiting Guatemala.
Yeah.
It's almost as if in the back of your mind, you're still identifying that as like what makes you this cool guy.
No, not anymore. I mean, that was like I do think I used to think. I think everybody that's like a traveler thinks that makes them cool. And I would say that 99.9% of people that like travel as a lifestyle
I like the way
are
you're saying travel.
insufferable cunts. Like they're just the worst. Like people that go to Thailand, go fuck yourself.
Or just like anybody that, remember in college when somebody would do a semester abroad and they'd come back and they'd be like, oh, guess what I learned?
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Like Sarah Talamash, our very funny comedian friend, just made a video about somebody going to space. And it's all about they're like, honestly, coffee doesn't taste the same since I got back from space. Ugh, is this Earth water? It's not like space.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect description of like everybody
They
that
act
came
like
back.
something is foreign that they've been used to their entire lives.
They're like, oh, the mayonnaise here in America. It's like I can't not
just, like,
think about
hot.
aioli.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
I did want to pivot.
When in
really,
fact, they've been tasting mayonnaise their whole life.
and aioli isn't that different. It's better.
It's mayonnaise with spice. It's
I don't
the
even know
same
if it has
thing.
spice.
Yeah, it's got spice in it.
There's spicy aioli.
Yeah. So
All it is.
what are you?
Is
what are
egg
you
whites
fighting
and
with
cream.
me on this for? Huh?
All right. Fine.
Why did you want to fight me on aioli?
Well, because it's the exact same thing as mayonnaise. There's no spice.
That's what I'm saying, and there's spice in it. It has a flavor. Does it not?
If you get a flavored aioli, then yes. But
Yes.
aioli recipe is the exact same thing as mayonnaise, I think. There's
You
no
think?
Do we have to like look it up to squelch
No,
this?
but I don't think you needed to fight me on that, and I feel like you're being combative for no reason. God.
I just don't want you to make a fool of yourself.
I would never, because I believe in myself.
Me
you
too.
You could tell me I'm wrong and show me the facts. And
I know.
I'd still tell you I'm right.
Yeah, I know. I've lived with
So
you
don't
for 2 years
worry about me
now.
looking like a fool.
Uh-huh.
You worry about you looking like a fool.
Yep.
Because even when you get it right, you're wrong.
That's a perfect description of who you are.
Yes. Of course it is. I made it. I did it. I put it in my words.
I live
so
with
it's perfect.
Imelda Marcos, you guys. I live with the absolute dictator. I do think I like your style, though. I wish
Thanks.
that I could be as. That's what I mean by your gaslighting right there.
No.
Yeah, that's
No.
gaslighting.
You're being dramatic.
Kind of like a.
You're being fucking crazy right now.
Kind of like a teen. Crazy teens. Speaking of
Mouse.
crazy teens.
I took Mouse on a very nice walk today through the. In Vancouver, they have something called the Seawall, and we walked.
Stanley Park.
Okay, whatever. We walked through Stanley Park. You're the geography king, and it was really pretty. And Mouse like tried to chase little turtles.
Did you love it?
Loved it. Was having the best time.
Do you want to go for a walk? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, she does. She's hungry and she wants to go for a walk. She's sort of like. She walked. I think we walked probably a total of like 6 miles.
Okay,
And
you need to go.
Go
over there.
Go away.
Go.
Go. When you make a fart noise, she runs.
Mouse hides if you make a fart noise. I did want to say something really quick because it's come to my attention on my boy chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a group chat called The Boys.
Uh-huh.
And they finally discovered my special.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I hadn't really told my friends. And
Why not?
I don't know. I just didn't think to be like, hey, guys, watch my comedy special because they all follow me on Instagram. I just figured they'd see it there. But one of them, Mikkel, who is a teacher and kind of my most unpredictable friend. Like, he's like very like moral, but he's also the quickest to offend.
Uh-huh.
He was like, he said in the group chat, he was like, hey, Kibby, did you hear Andy's joke about you? You know?
Oh, what joke was that?
It's the one where I'm like, my best friend
Is an
is
idiot?
a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then Jake like called me separately, like was like, did you tell him about the joke yet? And I was like, no, like I didn't really think he'd find it. But anyways, he's not mad, but I do want to apologize because I made Kibby sound bad in some ways, and Kibby's also made himself sound bad on this podcast probably. But he is a lovely human being, and he's a smart
Kibby.
guy, and I don't think he's a fucking idiot. I do
Can you
think
put
he's
your
sorry.
legs
Yeah,
down?
that's a lot of
People
inner
don't need
thigh.
to see all that.
Some of the ladies probably liked it.
They're good. No one wants to.
But anyways, I just wanted to say that I don't think Kibby's a fucking idiot, but I do think he's like a tragic child, you know?
That's worse.
You know, he's just like a wandering boy.
That's worse than calling somebody an idiot.
Okay. Well, anyways, I love
You're
you,
not making
Kibby.
it better.
And if you're in the Seattle area and you got
Here's
good
the bottom
pussy,
line. Here's the bottom line. Stop. Please. Just cut it out.
okay.
I mean, first sit like a lady.
I can't.
Or something. Like put your legs.
They're gone,
pull
all
your
right?
shorts
Nobody
down.
can see that.
People are seeing everything. And then second, Kibby, I promise you this, Andy's done a lot of jokes about me. It always feels like even if they're, quote, mean, there's still, the only reason he's writing them is because he loves you.
Yeah.
Which is, I know that sounds like that's like an abuser's explanation, but it's
but that's comedy.
It's comedy.
That's the whole
we don't
thing
write
with
songs.
comedy.
If we wrote songs, we'd have a whole song about Kibby.
Yeah.
You know?
I love you so much that I throw you against the wall and I tell you to stop making me angry.
That was beautiful.
That's beautiful. The way you dance like that?
Thanks.
Oh my God.
I'm actually kind of dizzy.
Yeah.
I should drink some water.
Do you want me to grab that
Yeesh.
Dasani for you?
No, I'll have it in a second.
Okay.
Like on the way home tomorrow. Was Kibby upset? Did you talk to him?
He said great special. He didn't say anything about it, but we'll see. I'll probably hang out with him a bunch this week when I'm back in Seattle.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. But Kibby doesn't really like you. You saw when Kibby was staying with us. I gave him shit the whole time.
Kibby's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes people see jokes and they get nervous for you because they wouldn't say these things.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, I say those things because I love this person and I don't judge them in any way.
Also, I expect people to say them about me too.
Right.
It's kind of the deal.
Yeah.
Um.
I was talking about Andy and the way that he just fills the room with facts where there could be silence. Like he'll walk in a room and if it's quiet and you're like concentrating on something, he'll walk in and be like, "Did you know there's a saltwater pool on the corner of Stevens Lake? Like off of Stevens Lake, there's a saltwater pool." And you're like, "I've never been to either of those places, and I don't have plans to go there today." And he doesn't come to you like, "Do you want to go visit the saltwater pool?"
I'm just letting you know.
He's just like, "I saw it on a map on my way over here."
Yeah.
How crazy is that? What did you come in today? You were like, "Babe, I found out the craziest thing." And I was like,
What was it?
And you go, "When the French lost to Haiti in the war of," what was it?
It was just the war for independence in Haiti.
I know, but when was that?
I think 1780s.
Yes, the 1780s. He goes, "I just found out the coolest thing."
I didn't say coolest, craziest.
Craziest thing.
It's not cool.
When the French lost the war in 1780, they got paid by Haiti for losing the war, which is interesting fact for sure.
No, but
you came in like it was breaking news.
Well, here's the thing. It's not breaking news, but nobody knows it. It's never happened anywhere else in the world, and it has a lot to do with the current state of like race and decolonization.
Yeah.
And you yourself have a lot of African American friends, some with West Indian heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's actually related to people that are your friends because they culturally come from a place that was completely cut off at the knees. And so it's an interesting thing to know.
You're right. You know what? Let me call up my friends, any of my friends of color, and I'll just tell them what I just found out they've known their entire lives.
They haven't probably because it's not common knowledge.
You mean among white people?
No, I don't even think it's common knowledge. I mean, I think probably Haitians know, but I don't think most people know. It's crazy. They built the Eiffel Tower with Haitian money.
I'm not saying it's not crazy, Andy. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you busting into the hotel room after I haven't seen you for 24 hours going,
That's not the first thing I said.
"Babe.
That's not the first
Babe,
thing
I know you're watching something, but stop for a second." I had to pause Stranger Things.
Listen.
Because I thought you had
Listen.
I thought you had important health news.
Sometimes you got to get the facts out, all right? Sometimes in my existence.
I just know exactly what happened. You were reading an article on the ferry on the way here.
Yes.
And you were like, "Good God.
Yeah.
Someone's got to know that I know this.
Yep.
Someone's got to find out that I know this now." And I'm the first person that you test drive those things on.
Listen. All right? Here's the thing. In my reality, I'm one of those reporters from the 40s where you get a fact and you immediately call the newsroom,
Yeah.
And then you run into those
Except
telephone
that the
booths.
newsroom already put this out. You're the reporter that reads the news and goes, "Guys, I got a crazy story for you." They go, "We just published that." And you go, "All right, I'll call you next week."
Listen, here's the thing. I'm a guy that'll tell you the news. That's a good service.
Okay.
You're just sitting around looking
But
all
that's
day,
what
looking at
the actual
Instagram.
news is.
Yeah, but you don't pay attention to the news. So sometimes I got to tell you what's up.
From 1780?
It's a big thing. It's a big deal.
Nobody's on the news reporting about 1780, but I am. I'm out here in the streets letting people know.
They kicked out Aristide in 1995 because of it.
And who is that?
He was a president, the first democratically elected president of Haiti.
And when did you find that out?
I mean, while
On the
it
ferry
happened.
on the way here?
No. I just reminded me about it. I didn't know that the French actually backed the coup so that he wouldn't keep pushing for reparations.
Mm.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. Okay, it was
You're
a
like,
dumb fact.
Babe, it's crazy. Did you know that white people are bad? Did you know that we're like colonizers?
Man, here's the thing. Why are we punished? Why is everybody mad at us
Oh, don't do this.
for being great
Oh,
at the
no.
old game?
Oh, God.
Why is everybody
No, Andy.
so mad
stop
at us
It. Stop it. Do not do this.
for being the best
Please
at the
don't
game?
do this to us. Please don't do this to us. Don't.
I'm stopping.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, God. He's giving me a fucking heart attack. Anyway. So, big news. Are you allowed to say your big news yet?
Well,
That you're traveling back to your homeland?
the paper isn't signed, but I do have a job. I'll tell you guys this. I have a job. It is in the football world in the London area, and I will be doing that
So he means soccer.
soccer for the Americans. And I will be I'll be doing a little bit of comedy in the football world in the UK for at least the first half of this summer and hopefully for a lot longer, but I'm very excited. It's a dream job. The last time me and Rosebud went to England, I said, wouldn't it be so cool if someday I was able to get a job where I got to like split time between New York and London? And this job fell into my lap, and it's very cool. I'm very excited about it. I'm actually going to be
Wow.
making like
Don't say
grown-up
how much
money. No, I'm not.
Okay, yeah.
I just say the
I
number.
was like, I don't know.
Here's how much I'm making a week. But no, it's like nice because Rosebud has been very supportive in her classic Baker family style, which was like, well, you keep working till the opportunity presents itself. Now get out there and start kicking shit again.
Mm-hmm.
And she also was very loving when I wasn't self-pitying. And but it's very nice. I'm excited to be, working, and I just feel good. I had a great set last night.
Yeah,
I was rocking.
yeah. You said you were in, I think you described it as God mode.
I'm
at
telling
one
you
point,
this. The booker
which
sent
was
me a
gross
text this
to
morning
hear.
that said that all the servers were raving about my set.
Wow. Amazing.
An old lady told me after the show, she was smoking a cigarette and hacking up a lung,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, the doctors gave me 3 months to live 1 year ago, and I just love to laugh, and you were amazing. It was like
She
Anita.
was smoking?
Yeah, she was smoking and coughing while she told me about her beating death.
Wow.
I loved her. It was exactly like an Anita character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love older women. Like, I love when women get old and they just fucking, nothing can hurt them.
Well, I really love an older
We all
woman's.
start off as like young girls, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're a gentle flower," and then life happens, and by the time you turn like 40, you're just like, "Fucking, I could walk through a wall without feeling anything right now."
Yeah, I like postmenopausal women, how they have this ability to have no shame in their joy. They'll
Mhm.
just be like, "I am loving this sunset," and you're
Yeah.
like, "All right,
Yeah,
I'm glad."
I got a new soap.
Yeah.
Woo! Got a
Oh.
great new soap.
I went to the farmer's market today, and I got a head of lettuce that is going
It's gonna
to
knock your socks
dominate
off.
this dinner. I can't wait to see Nanny. Nanny is a
I
perfect
wonder if I'm ever
example.
gonna be that kind of lady where I'm like that joyful. I hope that happens to me at some point.
You're cute because you have like a little joy character almost. It's like when when Mario like eats the fireball thing,
Yeah.
and then he like turns into like Fire
Mhm.
Mario. That's kind of how you are with like glee. You just like get excited and you're like, "Oh, babe, there's seals," and you're just like, there's no like
You're like, who is this?
sarcasm or irony. You're not cynical. You're just like love something.
It's kind of like the movie Inside Out.
Yeah.
I just turn into one of the different
Or turning red. You turn into a happy dragon.
panda.
I think. It was a panda. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So let me see. We gotta get out of here pretty soon because we got a
you
show.
do have a show. So we have one more show tonight, and then I'm going to be, and I'm so excited to announce that I'm going to be. I've already announced it. I'm going to be in Tempe, Arizona. Tempe? Nope. Tempe.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Tempe, Arizona from June 2nd through the 5th with Blair Saki. Why am I doing this with my hands? And there's tickets still available, I believe, on the website. So go to tempeimprov.com or just Google Tempe Improv Rosebud Baker, and you'll get tickets that way. And then I'll be back in New York for a little while. And Andy, I think you're going to be gone.
Yeah, I'll be in the UK. If you're in the London area, I'll be making appearances at clubs around, the clubs in London. So just check my schedule. I'll post everything. And then next month, July, I'll be at Zany's in Chicago, the 14th through the 16th. One night in I don't remember the name of the town that's like in the suburbs, but there's one night at the Zany's out there by O'Hare. Rosemont. Yeah, I'll be in Rosemont on the 14th, and then the 15th and 16th, I'll be in Old Town. And I'm excited. And I think I kind of essentially have close-ish to a new hour. So it should be new stuff, like 60% new. I think I'm happy to say that. And I love Chicago in the summer, so I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'll be 40. I'll be 40 when I go
What?
there. Yeah. Crazy, right?
It's crazy. It means I'm going to have to leave you.
Jesus.
We'll talk about it later. All right. We love you guys.
We don't have any bad advice, right?
No, we don't. I accidentally posted it late, but we will have some for next week. So, 444. I keep seeing 444 and 333.
Oh, and if you are a VI Beach, we have a bistro tomorrow night. This is coming out on Monday, so it'll be tomorrow night, Tuesday the 31st at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yes.
And we hope to see all our favorite peeps, including Meg the nurse. And yes, I will send you the direct link to the Zoom. Anyways, wash your hands.
Don't lick your lover's eyeballs.
Don't spit in their mouths unless it's committed monogamous relationship.
Goodbye.
Bye.